Okay, so you never had any insecurities with even speaking in front of people, presenting, anything like that? Because that's
Um,
usually what people have insecurities about.
doing those magic acts
Oh,
gave me
yeah.
some security in terms of
Yeah,
speaking in front of groups.
absolutely.
So I really never had anything.
Wow. Such a comfort with level with that.
Yeah.
Okay, getting back to high school or college, what course or two really had a long-lasting impact on your life that you can remember, if any?
Mathematics was always my favorite course.
Mm-hmm.
So all the math classes I ever took were my favorites.
Yeah.
Um, my least favorites were probably the sciences.
Mm-hmm.
History was not one of my favorites, but I did find it interesting.
Okay.
Yeah.
But was there, I remember you telling me about a course in college that really had an impact on you as a person. It was like a philosophy class or something. I thought you had said. It's where you read that book.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Freshman year of college, they had a course, reading, writing, and thinking,
Mm.
and we had to write some long themes, which I did. I wrote a theme about the love life of Tchaikovsky,
Mm.
and we had to read some important works like Grapes of Wrath and Hayakawa's
That's the book that I remember you told me about. Yeah.
what's it called, Language in Action or something like that.
Yeah.
Uh, but these courses were designed to a large extent to cut down your prejudices.
Wow.
And so that was the thing. The other thing was writing about the love life of Tchaikovsky. I had always loved his music. I didn't know anything about his personal life.
Uh-huh.
And I found in reading this book, or researching him, he was a homosexual, and I didn't know that.
Wow.
And so I, wrote this part of the essay,
Mm-hmm.
the
And that
paper.
was in what, 1950 or something?
Um,
Late 40s?
I started college in 1949.
Yeah. So it was, that kind of lifestyle certainly was seen as definitely not anywhere,
Yeah, right.
yeah, on the scale of normal.
And I wrote this thing and began to understand more about homosexuals, and I got an A+ on the paper.
Yeah. Wow.
And I kind of suspected that maybe the professor might have been a homosexual. I had no idea.
Wow.
In fact, I had no idea that Tchaikovsky
Right.
was a homosexual.
Right. But it's kind of neat that someone you admired for his music, that was his lifestyle. Yeah. That's really fascinating, Dad. I never heard that. Okay. How did you deal with stress in college?
How did I deal with stress? Just worked hard. You work through any stress.
Okay.
And I didn't have that much stress. I mean, grade-wise, I always breezed through everything.
Mm-hmm.
Had a nice fraternity association.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
There weren't a lot of distractions back then either, so you just did your work. You went to class and you did your work.
yeah, and had a good home life, and so everything was pretty rosy as far as I'm concerned.
Okay. Tell me about when you first met Mom,
Oh,
and include as much as you can remember.
oh golly. Well, at Stanford we had two graduate dorms side by side. The men's graduate engineering dorm and the women's graduate dorm.
Mm-hmm.
and we ate in the same dining hall.
Okay.
And Mom always took a long time to finish her coffee. So we would, have a lot of time to sit and talk to each other.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how I really got to know her.
Okay.
Yeah. Plus there's several other girls.
Yeah.
And it's interesting, quite a few marriages came out of that arrangement.
Wow.
Probably 8 or so.
Wow.
And we still keep in touch with a lot of those couples.
So what, if you remember, since there were a number of girls there, what made you say, there's something special about this one?
Oh, she laughed at my joke.
And she has a great laugh.
Yeah. Well, she has a wonderful personality.
Yeah.
That's what attracted me most.
Mm-hmm.
She had a big bandage on her leg when she first came to college.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
So she had a little bit of a handicap there, but she very pleasant. I mean, she's the same today as she was then.
Yeah. Yeah. I could see the attraction for sure. When did...
Also Catholic.
What? Yes.
And I used to drive the Catholic girls to church on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
There were about 5 of them that would pile into my car.
Okay.
So I got to know all of them, but I always had a goal of marrying a Catholic.
Okay. So that helped, the fact that she was Catholic.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. When did you say to yourself, this is the gal for me?
When? Probably on about the 4th or 5th date.
Wow! That's pretty quick, Dad.
Yep.
Wow. That's really cool.
Yeah.
So, how did you propose? Do you remember?
Well, we were together in the car and just kissing each other, and I said, "Let's get married."
Aww. You didn't have a ring or anything, or?
No.
Oh, okay. So you asked before you sort of took out the ceremonial taking out of the ring or whatever.
And she said, "Yes."
Oh, isn't that beautiful?
Yeah. And of course, the engagement ring, she had inherited one from her godmother or something.
Oh, okay.
So we got a new setting for it, for the diamond,
Okay.
and that was our engagement ring.
All right. I didn't hear about the part where you were in a car kissing.
Well, we don't tell people about it.
It's about time you did, huh?
Yeah.
But you knew by the 5th date, it sounds like, that she was the one for you.
That sounds about right. Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah.
That's sure not what they do these days.
No.
No. What was the first meeting with the parents like? Like when you first met her parents?
Oh boy, that was very awkward.
That's exactly what the words Mom used.
Oh man, yeah. We were driving up at Thanksgiving to have Thanksgiving dinner there, from California to Portland, Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
And we had one of Mom's female friends in the back seat, and we hit this terrible winter weather. The roads were very icy, and
How long a trip was that? I'm just wondering.
probably, I'm thinking 14, 15 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So we're driving along, and we had an icy patch, and it went off the road,
Mm-hmm.
and the car turned over, and we got somebody stopped to help us, and
That had to be so scary.
oh yeah, it was. So we got a ride to the next big town, which is Bend, Oregon, and from Bend, Oregon, we had to take a bus to Portland.
Wow.
So we had Thanksgiving dinner in the bus station,
Oh.
then got on the bus, and we came into Portland about 10 o'clock at night, and that's when I met
Do you remember what you
Mom's
said?
parents for the first time. I don't remember what I said. No. I have no. My mind was in a haze at that time.
Yeah, I bet it
You
was.
know, after the accident.
Yeah.
Fortunately, they were able to make the car drivable, so I could drive it back to California.
Wow.
And then I was able to get the car repaired.
Okay.
So we had that same car for the first few years of our married life.
Wow. I'm recalling what you said earlier in your adolescent years where you didn't have a car, and so the girls, didn't really like taking the streetcar with you on a date. But
Yeah, it was
sounds like in
awkward.
college the car really came in handy. You brought all the Catholic
Yeah.
girls to church, and
That's right. We even went to church, and during Lent we went to daily mass with some of
Wow.
the girls.
That's really neat.
Yeah.
Okay, so skipping now to parenting, what do you think you did well as a parent?
I think we were.
You.
Pardon?
You. What
Me.
did you do well?
I think I was strict
Mm-hmm.
with the parents.
Wait, you as a parent to us.
Yeah.
So, okay.
I was strict as a parent. I mean, I used a spanking paddle
Mm-hmm.
when necessary.
Mm-hmm.
And sent the kids to Catholic school. That was
Mhm.
very important.
Mm-hmm.
Kept religion as a very important part of our life.
Mm-hmm.
Never missing mass.
Mm-hmm.
Even when we were camping, we would find a place to go to Sunday mass.
That's right.
Sometimes we had to go pretty far.
That's right.
So I think those were the two important things. By example,
Mm-hmm.
showing kids how to live, and tried to do all the good things,
Yeah?
I never drank, smoked,
Mm-hmm.
so my children never smoked as far as I know.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to live a good life.
That's good. If you could do it all over again, would you change anything or add anything? As far as parenting goes.
I don't think so. I think I hate to use a euphemism, but I think we were model parents.
Yeah, I think you were too.
Yeah. And I think the important things were not drinking, not smoking, being very conscientious about religion,
Mm-hmm.
going to church.